Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy FREDTHECORP, man. First of all, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to you, boy, who went to my Facebook and joined that fantasy football group that I got. We discuss all the new trades, all the new drafts, everything that's going on in the NFL, fantasy football wise, just regular NFL wise, injuries and fantasy and stuff like that. Message me. I will send you the information how you can join the group. It's a very fun group, and we very proactive on everything that's NFL. All the current stuff that's going on with preseason, we do all that. Now, today's video is about some few players that you need to watch out for, some late picks you need to get in the draft, a couple things, a couple injured players, just to get you ready for this 2012 season, because that's what I do. I'm FREDTHECORP. I'm here to help you win this money. I'm here to help you win a championship, most of all, because that's what we're trying to do, right? You want to win the money, the championship, the trophy. Yeah, I got you. All right. Now, first of all, I want to get started today on Robert Griffin III. Now, I watched this game yesterday. Oh, man, amazing. This guy went 4 for 6. He had like 70 yards and a touchdown. He looked great. He stood in the pocket. He had command of the offense. But, you know, it's preseason, so I wouldn't get too crazy on it because, you know, people are going to start game planning and defenses are going to start game planning. You got to realize this is a National Football League. It's somebody's job to just scout Robert Griffin III and make his life a living hell on Sundays. So therefore, saying that, it is good to watch this guy play and just to see, like, damn, this guy will be decent. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you're gonna draft Robert Griffin III, I will wait, man. I'll wait till I'll wait late, man. Like 8, 9, 10. He's not worth anything before that. You just too many good quarterbacks out there for you to depend on. Feel like you need to get this guy real late. Now, another guy I want to talk about is Pierre Garcon. Robert Griffin III was looking for this guy early and often. I'm talking about Pierre Garcon was catching everything. I felt like, damn, the whole game is just Griffin III and Pierre Garcon. Therefore, by saying that, I do feel like you may need to get Pierre Garcon, but you need to get him late. But he will be a nice wide receiver 3, maybe sometimes wide receiver 2, depending on the matchups. Robert Griffin III is a young quarterback, so he will lean and he will give Pierre Garcon more targets than he actually should be getting in real life from a normal quarterback. But that's what rookie quarterbacks do. They depend on their young or experienced veteran wide receivers a little more often than they're supposed to. Now, another guy I want to talk about is Ryan Matthews. Poor Ryan Matthews. First play of the game. First carry of the game. This guy gets a broken collarbone. Out for 4 to 6 weeks. Now, this guy can't stay injured to save his life. He can't stay injury free to save his life. That's why you should have not done your draft already. It is important. It's imperative that you do your fantasy football drafts week 3 and week 4 and back. Labor Day weekend. Don't do your fantasy football draft before that. It is a bad investment. You are trying to win money. You want to win the championship. You do not want to lose your money. You do not want to give people free money. So don't do your draft before week 3. Please don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Another guy, Trent Richardson. He visited Jacksonville, Florida, Dr. James Andrews. And when I say Dr. James Andrews in the same sentence as any player, that is normally not a good thing. Now, they're saying that he's getting knee surgery to take out some ligaments, loose ligaments, cartilage, that's the size of a dime. Now, they're saying that he could possibly, he's going to be hopeful by week 1. But I'm going to tell you right now, this looks like it's going to be an ongoing process of just the knee. So if I was you, I would not draft Trent Richardson. and you should have not drafted him already. I would stay away from him. As a matter of fact, I would stay away from anybody on the Cleveland Browns. Their best player on their team is Joe Hayden, and even he on the defense is involved in some Adderall scam or something that he took some drug. Just the Cleveland Browns, stay away from them point blank, period. Don't draft nobody on the Browns. Alright, now another guy I want to talk about is Peyton Manning. Oh man, Peyton Manning looked good. Did you see Peyton Manning stand behind that line? That offensive line, they blocked for him like troops for their battalion leader, man. Their platoon leader. They was like, Peyton Manning stood back there. He looked like the Peyton Manning you seen in Indianapolis. This guy looked good, man. I'm talking about like, he was just back there shuffling his feet like, just going through his progressions like, I'm telling you right now, draft Peyton Manning. You miss out on the first 3 elite quarterbacks, the Brady's of the world, the Rodgers of the world, the Brees of the world. Get you Peyton Manning, man. He's in that next tier. Yeah, there's a little drop off, but still, that's a decent tier, man, and being there with Matthew Stafford and the Romos of the world. I'm telling you, get Peyton Manning. I would try to get Peyton Manning about, man, if you got to reach to about the 6th round, 6th, 7th round, then that's about decent for me. Alright, now another guy I want to talk about is Kevin Kolb. Kevin Kolb. This guy got hit one time in that game against the Saints. He looked like he didn't want nothing to do with that game. He got hurt. He went on the ground. That was like Jay Cutler all over NFC Championship game. What a pussy. Kevin Kolb, stay away from him. I'm telling you right now, to all my loyal fans, don't draft Kevin Kolb. This guy is such a waste. John Skelton is going to take his job. Now, a defense who I want to talk about is the Saints defense. Oh, man. Do the New Orleans Saints defense look good in these first 2 preseason games? Now, I know it's just preseason, but after all the stuff they've been going through in the offseason, the bounty, just the scandals, the suspensions, Curtis Lofton and them guys look good. They linebackers are good. Their defensive line look good. Their DBs are good. Their safeties are awesome. Between Roman, Harper, and Jenkins, the Saints may have the best 1-2 punch safety in the league. So if I was you, I would try to get the New Orleans Saints defense. And you may have to get them, you probably won't get them late in the draft. They probably go quick. So you got to be proactive and you got to think and you got to use strategy to figure out when you want to take them. Now, Michael Vick. Oh, man, Vic. First play, first drive, he throws the ball, his hand hits the helmet, and he leaves the game or whatever, or third drive or whatever it was. He left the game. They're saying that he's not hurt. His x-rays came negative, but still, that is a preview of what's to come in the next season, the real season, regular season, because let me tell you right now, Vic equals injury. Michael Vick has no idea what 16 games mean. He can't do it. He won't do it. He can't play 16 games. He just can't stay healthy long enough. So if I was you, I would not draft Vick early. And if you want to lose your money, seriously, you need to think about this, man. Think about this. You're trying to win this money. You're trying to win this championship. And you're going to put all that on the coats of a guy who can't play 16 games. Do you really have that much faith in Michael Vick that you feel like he needs to be your number 1 quarterback? Seriously, think about this. Think about this. No, you wait late to get Vick. You want to wait super late to get Vick. Super late. Don't draft this guy early. Don't do it. Don't be the guy that drafts Vick and everybody's laughing at you in your league. Alright, now Big Ben Roethlisberger. I'm sorry, man. Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line stinks. They have arguably probably the worst offensive line behind the Tennessee Titans. And yes, they have Maurice Pouncey. Hopefully, by like week 5, those guys can gel together and do this, man. Because right now, I'm very disappointed in Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. And that means that Big Ben Roethlisberger is subjected to being hurt. And he's already been injured, so many injuries all over the guy's body. I just feel like this is probably not the year that you want to take Big Ben early. You need to get him late, man. I mean, you can get him on a bargain late. Talking about like how people got Matthew Stafford last year on a steal. Like if you can get Roethlisberger late, I will wait until you get him. But there's no rush on Big Ben. The Bills defense. Now the Bills defense, I just watched them play Peyton Manning and the Broncos, and they had 0 sacks, 0 pressure. That's not to say that that's how it's going to be in the regular season, but that defense is pretty decent. They got a good D-line, good linebackers, and solid DBs. I feel like if you're looking for a sleeper defense in the draft, it may be the Buffalo Bills. You may want to wait to get them. I'm talking about like, because obviously you can't be a sleeper if you draft them in like the 5th round, because then people are going to look at you like you're an idiot. So don't be the guy to draft the Buffalo Bills in the 5th round. Please don't do it. Wait until about, make it still worthy. Make it to about the 13, 14 round. You pick them up, they do phenomenal. You laugh at everybody. Now I want to talk about another defense who I feel like you need to take early, and that would be the Chicago Bears. Oh man, for some reason, FREDTHECORP, my psychic powers, I just feel like the Bears defense is just going to be just something to reckon with. I'm talking about like, they don't have much time left as a group together to gel, but I feel like, damn it, man, they're going to do some damage, man. Talking about Urlacher, Briggs, and you got Peppers on that D-line. Every tier, they got an all-star or Pro Bowl like type play on every tier of that defense. I feel like that's a defense that you could take early, and you could look at yourself and be like, you know what, I'm happy with that pick. I know that they're going to get me 20-something points a week, plus the kick returns and all that with Devin Hester. Bears defense, remember I said it. Now another guy I want to talk about is Julio Jones. Oh man, this guy looked good. He looked good in that preseason game. And I know it's preseason, but man, you may want to start considering getting Julio Jones early. And he plays with Roddy White, yes. But still, man, this guy looked phenomenal, man. So big shoulders, tall, long arms, big hands. Everything you want in an elite wide receiver. He's your poor man's Calvin Johnson, essentially, man. I mean, like, damn it, this guy looks good. If I was you, I probably wouldn't reach to the 2nd round, but definitely in the 3rd round, I will start considering getting Julio Jones. Definitely. Because you got to think to yourself, do I want to give up a good running back? Because running backs are not deep in this draft. So you really have to think this through if you plan on drafting Julio Jones in the 2nd round. Because you got to think about it. You're passing up on like a Frank Gore, you know what I'm saying, Steven Jackson type guy. For Julio Jones, when receivers are so deep, because you can get you a Reggie Wayne later who's probably going to give you the same production as Julio Jones. So you have to think this through, and you have to weigh in your options. This is when you win and lose fantasy football championships, right here in the draft. So you really have to think of it. Is Julio Jones really worth me passing up on a good running back? Because you don't want to end up with a backup running back as your starting running back, and you got to hope that he comes in the game, or deal with a running back that's in a timeshare. You don't want to be in a situation like that. Trust me, I know, man. You don't want to be in a situation like that. So I would think it through before you make any decision. Me personally, if I was the guy drafting, I probably would have to get me a decent running back, because running backs are not deep in this draft, 2012 draft, so you got to make sure you get you a good running back. There's always good wide receivers later in the draft that you can snag up. That'll probably give you somewhat of the production of Julio Jones. You got Brandon Marshalls of the world that's in the draft. They're back there somewhere. You got to get them. All right, now there's 2 quarterbacks that's been on a lot of speculation. Everybody seems to be having them on their mouth this whole offseason and fantasy football season. And that's Matty Ice, a.k.a. Matt Ryan, and Joe Flacco, the Delaware Bullet. Now, me, if I was you, think this through. Who's the better out of the 2 quarterbacks? Who do you feel is the better out of 2 quarterbacks? If someone was to ask me, FREDTHECORP, the fantasy guru, who I feel is better, they both are projected to make it to the Super Bowl. I will have to go with Matt Ryan. I just feel like this year, those Atlanta Falcons on the offense, it reminds me of the Saints a few years back when Drew Brees was throwing crazy for all them touchdowns and yards, and all the running backs was getting points, all the wide receivers, the tight ends. I just feel like that this is Atlanta Falcons' year offensive-wise to just have some breakout, outstanding numbers. So you know, when you look at the Ravens, I mean, they keep the lid pretty tight on Joe Flacco. They don't let him air it out like he should. And they'll run first offense behind Ray Rice. They give Ray Rice the ball every time. I mean, so I don't know, but that's just how I feel. I would choose Matt Ryan if I was you. And Matt Ryan is a steal. He's going to be a steal in this draft because it's sad to say for a guy to have those good wide receivers, he won't be drafted until about the 10th or 11th, 12th round. And somebody's going to get a phenomenal quarterback. And somebody who probably did smart and drafted good running backs and wide receivers. So then when they draft Matt Ryan, they got the complete fantasy football team. So yeah. But this your boy Fred the Court, man. Make sure you hit me up on my YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join my Facebook page where we talk about fantasy football and football. And I got Instagram. I got Twitter. I got Facebook. I even got MySpace, even though rest in peace MySpace. But yeah, I'm all over the world. I'm social media out. Yeah, so just message me information. I'll join you into the group, and for else we can do this, man. But it's your boy Fred the Court, man. I'm here to help you win this money. I'm here to help you win the championship, man. That's what I'm here for. Send me your mock drafts. Let me know everything, man. This your boy Fred the Court, man. Peace.